Well, from what I gather, I've heard something about the in California Senate Bill 1203, and lo and behold, this bill is basically trying to. I don't care what you call the bill, right? They call it the Standard Security something Act bill, but that doesn't matter. The problem with this bill is the people that's behind it. I'm gonna have to do a lot more look into, but so far was asking on, somehow I trickled over to, I went to something about CALSAGA, talking about they going to the Capitol to talk about this, that, and the other. I'm like, what CALSAGA doing now? And they only showed 9 company representatives. I don't know. They've been going for several years now, so I don't know by what level they don't have a lot of representatives enough. But Allied, from what some other guys YouTube expectation, that even Allied give them a couple mil a year, and they got mad about that, saying, don't be talking about what we doing over here. And it comes out that anyway. So I jump over to YouTube and I see, okay, let me see what's going on with this SB Bill 1203. I go to my other source, the Sandoval guy, see what he got to say about it, and is he on it? Do we know about it or whatever? And he's doing a bunch of videos about some dude, president of CALSAGA, don't really know how far he's into it, but they acting like, well, it passed the Senate already. I'm like, my point is, CALSAGA and this dude and whoever else should have never let it pass Senate in the first place. Y'all should have heard about it, got on it, and never let it even get out the Senate. But now it's supposed to be going to the House, and they're supposed to be having some trying to hold it up, trying to sneak it past. They basically trying to sneak it past you, right? Oh, we're gonna have a break, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna come back through after our break, and they basically trying to slide it past you. And if they slide it past you in the assembly, not the House, I'm tripping. In the assembly, California State Assembly, if they pass it there, shit, we through. We damn near through as security guards and security companies, right? To my site again. Like, I don't really like doom and gloom, but it's damn near over with this one, because the lady, she gotta be, I think she's from Southern California, right? San Francisco, somewhere. I don't know if she calls herself Black, African American, or whatever she want to call herself. But then again, that counts, because she's trying to use all of that as the reason why this is so critical. Because black men and brown men do a lot of security, and they need to be protected. Okay, but that's not the way to do it, though. What are you talking about? She even tried to throw in some racial stuff, with saying that the reason why they pick black people because they scared of them. People are scared of black people as security guards. That's good. They picked him. He's black. Yeah, they be scared of him. Pumping that old racist stereotype and all that stuff or whatever. Or pumping that about how who feels some kind of way about what. If you know what I mean. So anyway, but the fact of the matter is this, that you're trying to put this bill out here for whatever reasons why you trying to claim it's so good to do it. It don't add up. It don't add up, because you're trying to say, for one thing, it's not even everything. I got to even go more into it, but even they trying to take for administrative fines for like for administrative fines, that's generally $2,500, and that's enough right there. $2,500 for an administrative fine because you didn't keep your papers straight or what have you. You catch that $2,500 fine for a small company or medium company, it's almost over. You know. So I remember when Sandal was saying that Ally got caught doing a couple things and they only paid, I don't even remember how much they only paid, but it was like, it wasn't like, it's only $50,000 or only, it wasn't a lot. So, you know, if you want to raise fees on a company like that, I can see that. But if you're going to raise fees against small companies and they want to raise that fee to $10,000, the administrative fine fee to $10,000, I can dang near put a couple companies out of business. I mean, you know. Then they saying, oh, come to find out, the real part I wanted to say was that they come to find out that she used to work for SEIU, the union. You know, she even mentioned it in the statement that she was saying that, oh, when I was unioning, or whatever she said she was doing, you know, before she got in the government, basically she said she worked for the union. So that's why in this bill, they're going to push the training off from security companies or even security training companies, facilities, and say that they have to have a contract with a union. What that got to do with anything? Why the union is sticking their pockets and in the training? Some are, they want to change the training from 32 hours to 42 hours, and it's not enough hours. Okay, trying to say that, this is just a little bit of that I read, trying to say that, you got to be approved training before you can be assigned. We already got that part. That's already in there. There was something else that they did trying to put in there, that your training has to be this much or that much before you're approved or assigned. I'm like, that's already there. You're just double backing on the same thing that's already there with that. So I think it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. What they really want to do is get the union tied into all the training facilities. Oh, and they want to mandate that the security companies pay the guards for the training. So usually the guards got to get their own training on their own. They got to pay for their own training. You know, get the guard card, get their own training, find a training facility to do the ongoing training. But they're basically are locking in their 2 cents on all the guards, because the training has to go through a company that has a union. There's only one union, Agnear, and that's a monopoly on training, ain't it? That's creating a monopoly. So how is the state gonna be okay with basically creating a monopoly? How's that okay? And the real part partly is they gonna probably create or do some other little smaller SEU to try to act like they're not a monopoly. They probably own that or operate that, or said, hey man, you start one. You know, we got ours, you start yours. So that way we can't say you do a couple of them and we do a couple of them. You know, ain't a whole lot of unions in California for guard training and or whatever. So you trying to tell me SEIU or whatever is going to be the main contractor with the training facilities to train guards? Only say guards can only go through training facilities that has union contracts. So does that sound right to you? That don't sound fair to me. You know, that's to putting out all these training facilities that we do have. That's putting them out of business. well, not necessarily putting them out of business, but that ties them to the union and charging them what? Union usually charge you by a person. The training facilities don't necessarily know how many people they're gonna come and get every year or not. Now that the guards have to do an annual training, so that's SEIU getting in everybody's pocket, basically. Now, how that sound cool? I'm out. I'm gonna got mad.